Hi friends, it's Carolyn Zook here with C Zook Stitch, and today we're going to do a flip through of this book that I got from Herrschners called Big Book of Herrschners Christmas Crafts. This is not just cross stitch, although there is some cross stitch in here. I'm on their list. They sent me the book to preview and then I could purchase it if I wanted. This was actually published in 2019. It is volume 1. Take a good look at the cover. If you Google, I could not find this on the Herrschners website, funny enough, but if you Google Big Book of Herrschners Christmas Crafts, you will find it on like the secondhand market. There's some used books. Thrift Books has it. I've ordered from Thrift Books in the past. Etsy, I think, has some. eBay has some. So if you like this, you can order it that way. I don't know how I got on their list. I don't know, but I could not find it. I looked far too long. I looked because I wanted to be able to tell you, if you like this, how to get it. It is much cheaper on the second-hand market as well than what I paid for it. Mine is brand new. Those will be used. But I don't know if you order it. Yours may or may not come with this, but I got this 12 projects of mason jar crafts. So they're all different ideas of mason jar crafts. So like how to make a snow globe, frosted candle jar. There's some embroidery. They show you how to make an air freshener, yarn wrapped bird ornaments. So just a lot of ideas that especially if you give a lot of gifts. Here's some wreath ornaments, really cute. Storage pincushion. This reminds me of a stitcher, so you could use this as an ort jar or to store your buttons and needles in it. They just used a jelly jar. Spiced candle. So there's several different crafts in this one. Now, this book. It's one of their really nice books that it's a hardcover. You've seen me do flip throughs in the past of their cross stitch book, but this book is everything. So first up, is this a section? Yeah, okay. So our first section is called Holiday Lodge, and they show these cute Christmas trees on, I think those are candlesticks. The Christmas trees are made out of burlap ribbon. I kind of have to flip back and forth because, of course, they have all the pictures. So you use a 3.5-inch styrofoam tree foam is what you need. You need the burlap ribbon, fabric twine, straight pins, and it gives you all sorts of instructions. Miniature wooden candlesticks of varying heights is what they are rested on. Okay, the next project we're going to talk about is this, which is cross stitch. So this is Classic Woodland Cross Stitch Sampler. So this is great, especially if you have like a cabin or something that you like to go to during the holidays. These aren't in order. So, where's instructions on 16? Okay. Here we go. Okay. So, Winter Lodge Sampler. It calls for a 14 count Aida. It is 21 by 21 inches. It calls for anchor, but there's a DMC conversion. It's 201 stitches wide and 201 stitches high. So it's a perfect square. I really like this because it's easy enough to just, this reminds me of my grandfather, the duck. If you just want one of these, you can just stitch one of these. I also really like the center. Like, I'm not big into the fish. I like this only because it reminds me of my grandfather. Like, maybe I would just stitch that center piece. I don't know, it's a lot of white stitching. But you could just stitch little pieces that you like. You could create your own sampler. So that is really fun. Then they have Create a coordinated decorating scheme with sampler motifs stitched on plastic canvas and strung across the mantle. Okay, so they have some charts. These are also cross-stitch where you can do whatever you want. So they made a banner for the mantle. They put some on towels. You can see the fox and the raccoons there on the towels. So this is just a different way. So there's the moose. It's just a different way of taking the motifs from that sampler. Crisply prepared packages with simple wood gift tags. So they have these wood gift tags. They probably just sawed them off and painted them. We will see about that. Okay. Woodland garland. So for the garland that is across a fireplace, they took some motifs from that sampler we saw, but then they also have a snowflake and a pine cone and a deer that you can use, that you can stitch, and they're all relatively small, 53 by 53, that sort of thing. The gift tags, 5 3-inch birch tags. Finished diameter is 3 inches. So I guess you have to get the birch tags from somewhere. Or you could just go out, and if you have a saw, you could just go out into the forest and find a downed branch. Okay, this next one I actually really love. This is like a woodland forest tree skirt. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. So I will give you more information about that in just a minute. For here we have some, if I can move my hand, some coasters. We have some lid ornaments, which are super cute. Again, kind of like the mason jar book, and then this fuzzy stocking. So let me tell you about those. That might be the easiest ways. Okay, so the Forest Friends tree skirt, you need 6 pieces of 13 by 14 inch 28 count brown even weave. And that's if you do it over 2. They tell you how to put it all together as well. 70 stitches wide by 93 high. I mean, they're all around that. And then they give you 3 charts. So they give you a fox, a bird in the forest, and a bear. And I think you stitch those twice. Yeah, you stitch each of those twice, and then you sew it together in a circle. And it gives you all those instructions on how to do that. Then the fuzzy stocking is knit. So if you are a knitter, it gives you all the instructions on how to knit the fuzzy stockings. The mason jar lid ornaments that we looked at is you use the mason jar lids and rings. And there is some embroidery on it. Like, I think basically the back stitching for, like, the images, like there's some packages that say ho, ho, ho on it, that sort of thing. The coasters that we looked at, quilted coasters, those are done on plastic canvas with acrylic yarn. Or you could use probably 6 strands of DMC floss would also work. So that's fun. That's a very woodland, cozy Christmas, I think. Our next section is called Winter Wonderland, and here's a lantern with a cutout of the church and all that. Isn't that beautiful? Starlight and a graceful silhouette to lend this lantern scene. Softly glowing lights. Okay. So let me see if I can find that and tell you a little bit more about it. Oh, snowy silhouette. So, black foam board. This is a paper craft. Foam block, bristle trees. So you have to go and find that church. They give you the silhouette cutout. You have to cut it out of foam core. And then everything else are just like miniatures. Like they use some little fairy lights in there and bristle trees. And you just put it all together. Okay, this next page. Here we have a snowman. It looks like it's used styrofoam balls, but we'll check on him. He's very cute. Here is some, this looks like embroidery, like table runner and napkins. Or cross stitch, I mean. And there's, or you could do it as a framed piece. 36, page 36. Yeah, snowflake band sampler. So that's kind of cross stitch. It is, there are some beads in there. 28 count white linen over 2. It is 43 stitches wide by 89 high. And what they did is they just show a couple different ways to make the table runner and the napkins. And they give you instructions as well on kind of how to do that. Yeah, like with the corner, like on the snowflake, there's like a corner border. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the snowman. Let me tell you about the snowman. The snowman, painting and hand sewing is the craft type. You need 5-inch, 6-inch, and 8-inch styrofoam balls, spackling compound, black felt, turquoise felt. So yeah, so you're spackling him and putting some glitter on him. Okay, so next up we have this banner, Hello Winter, very pretty. You have these gorgeous ornaments. I love these. I might try, I bet these are just styrofoam balls. I might try to make these as Christmas gifts for this year. And then look at this. If you have a bunch of buttons laying around, this is a great use of it. I think it's so pretty. So let's look at the banner, Hello Winter banner. This book is really hard to, because I want to tell you what the craft is. So if you think like, oh, I could do that. So you only get the letters for Hello Winter, and it is beading. This is all beading. So you use pony beads in a variety of colors. And yeah, if you know how to bead, if you know how to make like peyote, I learned once, but I haven't kept it up, so I'm not great at it. But that's what it is. So it's beading. I don't know if you can see that, but those are all beaded. The ornaments, Winter Day with a Happy Hello. So the ornaments are satin and sequin ornaments, 3-inch white satin-wrapped ornament form. Okay, so you can buy, it's not just a styrofoam ball, it's like an ornament form. I don't know, maybe I guess I'll look on Herrschners, see if I can find those. And then a bunch of beads and sequins and that sort of thing. And then they give you instructions on how to make that. I think those are gorgeous. And then the button tree, button art and painting. So you paint light blue and silver metallic paint. So you paint the background. Yeah, you paint the background and you paint the tree trunk, and then you put on the buttons kind of randomly. I think that's really pretty. And you could, the neat thing about that is you could use it for any decor that you want. Okay, here's another cross stitch, cute little hoop finish called Let It Snow. Right there. And then we have some mitten gift tags. And then some more ornaments. It looks like folded fabric ornaments. Linda made me one that I have. It's a daisy one. So it's not for Christmas, but it is a daisy one. And I have it up in my craft room year round. And then they have, I assume this is an Afghan. I think it's crocheted. But that Afghan is in here as well. So the Let It Snow cross stitch pattern is 77 stitches wide by 75 stitches high. So it's pretty small. 1, 2, 3, 5 colors. It does call for DMC light effects, but you could use Krynic or anything else that you prefer for that. The Afghan is crochet. I don't know how to crochet, so it gives you the instructions. The mitten gift tag pocket. So these you can turn into pockets. It's hand sewing and embroidery, and you use felt. And they give you the patterns, and you can photocopy the patterns and enlarge them. So you cut them out and then decorate them. That would also be fun for, like, if you have kids and that sort of thing, to put those together. And they create little pockets. So if you have, like, a gift card or something like that, that's a great way to put a gift card or put some candy in it or something like that. So that's really fun. Okay. Icy pine cone ornaments. Oh, that's what these are. They are calling these icy pine cone ornaments. So, which I can see that now. I can see that now, that they're kind of pine coney shape. Fabric crafts, you need a egg shape foam. So foam egg shape, it calls for a bunch of beads, a bunch of fabric, and then they show you how to fold the fabric. I don't know if I'll be making those. I might try to make the other ones. We'll see. I should probably start now so I'm not panicked by Christmas time, right? Okay, so this next section is called Winter Whimsy. This is, I don't know, it's paper maybe? It says Peace on Earth. Again, a really cute gift idea. Oh, here's some more cross stitch. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh, designed by Ursula Michael. Okay. 12 Days of Christmas, eye-catching colors and sparkle beads. So we'll have to look, but you have this, Partridge in a Pear Tree. And then you have this, which is really, really cool. I like how they finished it on, like, ribbon. That's fun. You could kind of turn that into an advent calendar if you wanted. Let me see if I can find... Okay, Partridge in a Pear Tree. So that framed piece, that one there. That is 200 by 200. It's very, very bright. Again, it calls for anchor, but there's a DMC conversion. It calls for a 14 count, but of course you can do it on whatever you want. There's a lot of stitching in that one. And then the 12 Days of Christmas bells, they're all around 54 stitches wide by 56 high. They call for to stitch it on perforated plastic, the plastic canvas. You could do it on perforated paper if you want. You could do it on fabric if you want to, like, cut them out. So that's fun. Then we have, let me go back here, show you some more projects. Okay, so cute. Love, 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 love these ice skates hanging from the window. Isn't that cute? And you could keep those up all winter. It's not just Christmas. You have these little popsicle sleighs. I think that's the oldest craft in the history of crafts. I'm just kidding. I know yarn crafts have been around forever, but, like, I feel like that is just classic. Look at that reindeer using up scraps of fabric. It's so cute. It's darling. I love that one too. Let's look at the ice skates here for a second. Sparkle and twirl skates, hand sewing and embroidery. Yeah, you're using felt, embroidery floss, some beads to embellish it. Again, they give you the patterns that you enlarge and then print out to get your pattern. The sleds, painting in wood, yeah, 15 jumbo craft sticks, 5 regular craft sticks. And you just paint them in whatever colorway you want, and you can embellish them. Again, fun kid craft, or gift that kids can make to give to your family members. The fabric reindeer is so cute. Machine sewing. So, I mean, you could probably sew it by hand if you don't have a machine, but, and again, they give you the pattern. You have to enlarge it and print it out. They tell you, you know, fat quarter beige vintage print fabric, 1 fat quarter gray vintage print fabric, that sort of thing. But I would just use what I have laying around my sewing room, honestly. No, we didn't see this. Okay, so next We have some painting. So these could be cards, or they look like they're just dotted paints, so just daubers or the end of something. These are cards, and then those are ornaments that look like they've been stitched on maybe plastic canvas. So let's see. Yeah, vintage ornaments, plastic canvas, and it's stitched. You need 4 8x8 pieces of 7 mesh plastic canvas. And they use acrylic yarn, but again, I think you could use DMC if you use like 6 strands. The painted piece, polka dot holiday pictures, so the dotted ones, they use 9x12 artist canvases, angled brush, 1-inch foam brushes, assorted circle paper punches. On several pieces of white cardstock, paint uneven coats of paint, and then you let them dry, and then you punch them out, and then you paste them on, is what they did. The greeting cards is painting again. So, very fun. Did we get everything? Oh, nope. This is crochet light bulbs. So cute for package toppers, or you could string it. These would look really cute with the, if you do them in similar colors as your ice skates or your sleds. That would be really cute to just hang from your window. And those are crocheted. Okay, so now we are into the next section. This next section is called Cheerful Christmas. And are you ready? This is designed by Joan Elliott, sponsored by Zweigart. This is Santa Claus blanket or Afghan. Look at that. Look at that. I would be so terrified that my cats would ruin it. So checking his list, Afghan. Stitch count. Oh, it's not that big, actually. I mean, all things relative, right? 243 stitches wide by 340 stitches high. It's not that big. Finished dimensions, 27 inches by 37 3/4 inches. What you need, the material, so the blanket itself, so that's the stitch size. The blanket is a 45-inch by 57-inch piece of 18-count Afghan fabric. And you stitch it over 2 threads. There's a whole lot of colors in this. This would be a labor of love. Oh, it's very cute. They have the names on here, so you could put all your family names on Santa's list, which is very cute. But yeah, that is going to take a while. They do give you an alphabet, so you could change the names to whatever you wanted. But if you, like, broke this down and said, like, I'm going to just work on, you know, some of these boxes are full coverage down that middle. But if you were like, hey, could I get this done in 2 years' time or whatever, you could just break it down and say, I'm going to do a block a month. I don't know. I said it. I heard myself saying it. I'm like, that's a lot. I don't know how big the blocks are, but, you know. Someone do it and then report back to me. And then if you need my address to send it to me, I'll give that to you as well. Here's some more felt projects. Really fun, kind of, I don't think they're ugly, but ugly sweaters. Fun. Also great for kids. You cut out all the shapes for them and let them, you know, glue on whatever they want to make their ugly sweaters. This is a countdown. I think it's paper. This is probably, it looks like crochet to me, little slippers. Here are some more of those birch ornaments. I think these are with nails, and then you wrap the string around them. This looks like a chalk. I'm not sure what that is. Chalk? Board style painting. It's a board style painting. Okay, so so that calendar, okay, let's back up. Okay, so we have the Afghan. So white Christmas chalkboard. So you paint it on, and they give you a template. They give you a template to use, and you just paint it. The baby booties are crocheted. The advent calendar countdown is painting and paper crafting. The sweater ornaments, ugly sweaters, hand sewing and embroidery, so it's felt. And again, they give you instructions on how to make them exactly as they are shown in the book. They give you a bunch of templates that you enlarge and can cut out. But again, I think that'd be super fun. Just cut out the sweater form and just let your kids have fun with it. You know what I mean? And that would make great gifts and all of that. String art ornaments. The craft of string art. You use DMC pearl cotton, it says, and 3-inch birch tags. So you must be able to get them from somewhere. And wire nails, 1/2-inch wire nails. And they do give you the templates of where the nails should go. So, and then you kind of wrap the string around in some way. Okay, next up, so we have another string art. Isn't this pretty? This is so pretty. I love that. And that's just very classic. You could keep year round. It doesn't have to be on this board, although I do like that board. It doesn't have to be. We have some cards there. We have a, it's either knit or crocheted tree skirt. It just says it's with yarn. Okay, so let's see this nail art tree. String art, 1/2-inch nails. And again, they give you the outline so you can put the nails in. The cards, I assume they're just paper. And so they just tell you stamps, paper, that sort of thing. Just kind of give you inspiration if you're a paper crafter. And then the tree skirt is crocheted. And they use worsted weight yarn. Christmas multi is the color. So it's that red, white, and green color. So that's fun. Okay, I think that's everything. Then we have chapter 5 is Comfort and Joy. Look how gorgeous this blanket is. I love that so much. So much. Wrap yourself in the stunning Afghan, reminiscent of a crocheted lace doily. It's gorgeous. It is crocheted, but it's so pretty. Okay, so next up, some more great Christmas gift ideas. These mugs with the painting on them. These are little, keep your hands warm on the go, reusable pocket warmers is what those are. Then we have some slippers and flicker, candlelight, setting, sequin votive holders on the bottom there. Okay, so the slippers, black and tan slippers, those are actually knit. So I do know how to knit. And they give you adult sizes, small, medium, or large. And they give you all the instructions for that. Cold hand pocket warmers is crocheted. Fingering weight, coordinating flannel. The thing that you're crocheting is those little doilies on top. So you could just find, or you could knit them or find whatever, something to put on top. Because really what it is it's coordinating flannel fabric with white rice that you put inside. So you could do it however you want. And then the mugs, sparkling stencil mugs, you're using paint markers, oil-based paint markers. And again, they give you the templates so that you can cut them out and, copy them and that sort of thing. Okay. Oh, and then the votives, poinsettia sequin votive holders, craft type says sequins. Foam ornament forms. Sequins, bunch of sequins, tweezers. Yeah, so they give you all sorts of instructions on that one. They're gorgeous. Okay, next up we have some beverage cozies. We have these pillows that look like they're knit there. And then we have this macrame plant holder. I love macrame. I'm not going to lie. I really do love macrame. Okay, so the cup cozies and they have coasters too. That's done with hand sewing and embroidery. And you use felt and there's sequins. And again, they're giving you a bunch of the templates that you can then print out, enlarge, and print out. Then 106. The sweater pillows, those are actually, they are not knit. They are machine sewn. So you find 2 cabled sweaters. Oh, so you're using sweaters. So you're cutting apart sweaters. So if you have like a favorite sweater, or you just have one that you don't want to wear anymore, you could turn it into a pillow. Okay, I'm with you now. And then the macrame simple comfort plant hanger, it's called. The craft type is macrame, and I mean, I don't know how to do macrame. There's some beads in there. They show you all the knots that you need to do, so you can make that. So that's really fun. Okay, we are getting there. Thanks for staying with me if you're still here. The next chapter is Christmas in the Kitchen. This is really, really sweet. Okay, well, let me show you. This is an apron. Look at that old-timey embroidery on it. And then there's some towels. I would be scared to use them. This is designed by Ursula Michael. I would be scared to use them. Right, for getting food and stuff on them. But I love those images. Baked with love, apron and towels, embroidery and machine sewing. So you buy the apron as an apron. 2 yards of linen fabric for apron. 1 yard. Oh, I think they're having you make the apron. But they give you the template of the design, which you then enlarge, and, you know, you could use, like, waste canvas or something like that. It's very cute. But it's all embroidery. All embroidery. So you are actually sewing the apron and the towels. So I might just do it on, like, maybe make a book bag or something with it. I don't know. Okay, next up is Be the Best Entertainer on the Block with these bubbly cocktails. So this is really cute. So I'm sure it's like paint or something like that. Fa la. Very cute. And then over here we have dish scrubbers. That's what these are. Like little holiday dish scrubbies. And then some hot pads that are Christmas shaped in Christmas fabric. So that's fun. So the dish scrubbers are crocheted. The Christmas print trivets, I guess is what they're called. Trivets, machine sewing, they give you a template to enlarge. Okay, next up, so are these little wine glass markers. So these are stitched. I assume, we'll check, but I'm assuming they're on like little pieces of plastic canvas. So there's a peppermint, there's a reindeer, there's a wreath, very cute. These are gingerbread ornaments. There's some mason jar gifts, like if you give, you know, a cookie, you know, make your own cookies. There's a conversion. I believe that's painted. It's conversion, so 1 cup to 1 ounce to tablespoon to teaspoon. Let's see, 118. The gingerbread ornaments are called cinnamon air freshener ornaments. So that's a kitchen craft. Washable glue, 1 cup applesauce, 1 cup cinnamon, cup of cinnamon. That's a lot of cinnamon. Puffy paint. So yeah, so you, holy moly. Yeah, so you're just making, they will smell really nice, basically. And then the mason jar. Peekaboo mason jars. Craft type is stickers. You use single-sided self-seal laminating sheets and frosted glass spray paint to make that happen. And then, oh, the wine charms. The wine charms are cross-stitch. They are tiny. They are like 11 by 14. You don't have to use them as wine charms. They do give you the instructions on how to do it, like including with the little wire thing that goes around the, like how to attach it to the wire thing that goes around the stem of your wine glass. But these would be great gift tags too, because they're so tiny. They do have them on 14 count plastic canvas. You could even like assign, so there's like a drum, a gingerbread, a wreath, that sort of thing. You could even assign a person, you know, each person in your family. So, you know, you get all the drum all the drum ones, because they would not take you long to stitch. And so you just stitch 4 or 5 of the drum ones, and the drum goes to the person who has the drum. You know what I mean? That would be fun. And then the conversions thing. Oh, it's cross stitch. Okay, so it's cross stitch, 127 wide by 183 high. I thought it was painted. That is cross stitch, the conversions. So that's a really fun gift. That would not take you long. I mean, it's kind of big, but it would not take you very long. I would put it behind acrylic or something if you're going to be having it in the kitchen, just so to keep it clean. But you could use any colors you wanted, right, to match your decor, the person's decor that you're gifting it to. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, next we have another cross stitch. You ready for this? It's a stocking. Santa in the kitchen stocking. Look at that. That's gorgeous. That is an heirloom piece right there. Designed by Barbara Sestek. Not familiar with her. Santa in the kitchen. 25 count. Red even weave. Stitch over 2 threads. Whole lot. There's French knots. Whole lot of back stitch, straight stitches, and there's a whole lot of colors happening in this one. This one is 143 stitches wide by 217 high. But it's cute. It's very cute. Okay, I think this is the last chapter. It's called Burgundy and Ivory. And we start off with this beautiful table runner. Isn't that gorgeous? That looks like it's sewn, machine sewn. Machine sewing. Man, I'm a genius. 2.5 yards of green print fabric, 2 yards ivory, ½ yard of burgundy, ½ yard red print fabric, 2 yards of fusible quilt batting. Yeah, and again, they give you templates that you can enlarge and print out. Okay, here's a beautiful wreath. I like that wreath a lot. That's so pretty. And then some little stockings. And then look at that shawl. Isn't that gorgeous? That's a crocheted shawl. So, the Snowflowers wreath, craft type is yarn. So you're using a 14-inch foam wreath and pins, and you're basically wrapping yarn around the wreath. The little stockings are 5 inches by 3¼ inches, and you're using burgundy velveteen and different laces. And then the infinity shawl is crocheted. It says it's level easy, if that matters to you. Okay, so next up are these ornaments. These are like embossed, I think, with stamps before they dry. Look how pretty they are. You could even paint them if you wanted to. You don't have to, but they're really pretty. Here's some more ornaments. It looks like they're gift tags around wine bottles there. Here's a little table setting with a pine cone. And then there's, that looks like trees with sequins or something. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. The white ornaments. Clay. You're using clay. White air drying molding clay. So, and then cookie cutter texture sheets, it says, but you could use anything you wanted. The ornaments on the wine, oh, those are cross stitch. Okay, on perforated paper. Wow, there's a lot of beads on there too. So these are cross stitched on perforated paper, but there's so many beads and that sort of thing on there. So that's fun. You don't have to put them on wine. You just hang them on your tree. Then we have the pine cone place cards. 2-inch craft ready pine cone. Oh, you're spraying it with metallic gold spray paint. Super glue. And then the sequin trees. Glitzy Tree Trio. Yeah, it's sequins. You need styrofoam tree forms and then a bunch of sequins to make those. Okay, this next one is called Angel Pear Table Topper. Look at that. Isn't that precious? Gorgeous. I believe this is embroidery. One piece of 44 by 44 inch piece of ivory linen fabric. Matching sewing thread. So they're telling you how to do all of it. You have a template here. Chain stitch. So it's embroidery. And I think that's everything. So I like this because it's a variety of crafts. I'll make a few of them. I'll give them a try and I'll definitely share them with you. Let me know what you think. If you're going to pick this up, if you're going to pass on it, if you're going to wait, because they have a Christmas cross-stitch book that comes out, I think, in early summer. But let me know your thoughts on this and if you enjoyed this and if you're already thinking of Christmas. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye.